G'day everyone, welcome back to my mate's place and not my fish room. So today is going to be hopefully a shorter video because I'd like to get it done and edited and out for you guys. What we're going to do today is pull down this tank here behind me, which is a rescue tank that I did several months ago and has just gone completely nuts with swordtails and baby acaras. My mate's got a heap of them down here in this tub, which I will hopefully get into this tank today. And I'll give you a quick update on this tank, which is the one you'll see up on the screen now, the video that I shot and released last week of the 6-footer. We have a couple of things that we want to get done in that tank as well, and we want to add some more fish to it. We're going to go to Ross's fish shop down at Burleigh, which is RC Aquariums. Going to film us getting some fish down there, coming home, dropping them in there, and the babies in there. So let's get into it. Go and get comfy because I am going to talk about fish today. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is to break down the tank. What I like to do is get all of the timber out first, and obviously all the rocks and hardscape. We're going to reuse this piece of timber with the thin leaf or needle leaf Java fern. I think probably as a centerpiece in here. And the rocks that are in here, I'm thinking we'll just run them around the outside quite low. This is going to be a functional tank as a grow out tank, not necessarily for aesthetics, but I want it to be obviously aesthetically pleasing. And you can see there is a ton of fish, but we can see the little baby plecos. There are probably 4 generations at least of plecos in here. Those guys will stay in here as well because they... what's that little dude in there doing? You're eating off that. Sorry, try to focus that in. And as you see, there's a heap of baby swordtails. So the timber and the rocks are going to go into this tub, or the timber is actually going to put all of the adult swordtails in here because they're going down to Ross's now. And then we're going to put probably the babies into this tub, or maybe the rocks in here. The baby swordies in here. My mate's got another friend who's going to take all the babies because they're too small to go to the fish shop. But these guys are fantastic looking swordies. So this originally came from my my tub outside, and they're all adults. There's some kohakus, there's some normals, there's some just a variety of them in there. So we'll pull them out now, and yeah, you'll see. I guess just breaking this tank down to nothing, and then that will allow us to catch out as many. Oh, there's a couple little plecos just so you can see the size of them. They're tiny, tiny ones in there. They're probably only a week old. I don't know if he's still on screen there, but it's going to be, yeah, a little bit tedious. And then we've got obviously a few hundred acaras to pull out in here. But this will be a grow out for the electric blue acaras and I guess whatever swordies and plecos that we miss. All of the corydoras in here, which are both Adolphoi and Sturbies, are coming out as well. Okay, update time. We've got about 30, we think, swordies in here, which are really spectacular, beautiful. We're filling this up by about half, just slowly, because the water's way colder than this in here, so we won't change the temperature too much. Put the heater back on, and these guys, we're going to take them down to the shop now and then let this sort of catch up to temp before we fill a bit more up again. All of the babies, of which there'd be, I don't know, probably well over 100, possibly 150 in there. So they're going to go to my mate's mate, and they're good to go. The rocks and the sponges are in water, so they'll be fine. Once this is full and back up to temperature, we'll take the acaras out of here. But now, for this moment in time, we're going to race down to the to RC Aquariums. These guys will be a bit happier as well because we've actually got all of the Sturbies. There was, I think, 4 or 5 Sturbies we put in there. There is 3 of the Adolphois, which I can't see. Some Plex we put in there as well. Daddy Plec is over here. We put the cave in there for now. He may or may not stay in that cave. Hello, sweetheart. Come over for a look. See what's going on in your new tank. So it's probably not going to stay there. I think they'll go into the logs more than the caves, but we'll see. And we did drop one cave at the back over here as well. And if need be, we could find another spot, maybe even up further for the other cave near the air filter over there, if we decide to leave the caves in there, just so it's probably more aesthetic then. Okay, we're going to head down to Ross's and yeah, get rid of these sorties and see what other fish we're going to buy while we're down there to go into this tank. Okay, so I've made it down here with my mate, and we've just taken the fish inside, so we'll just go in and have a look around now. Okay, so I've shown this this place many times, but it always looks spectacular on down here. So these are all new tanks. Ross has got a whole heap of new plant tanks with, I guess, all stem plants and stuff in them. How nice is this? I actually need my glasses on to read which one they all are, but all the Amazon swords down here is pretty cool. And all the crypts, bits and pieces. If you haven't seen any of the videos, I've shown this place before. It is just an amazing fish shop, and Ross is an expert aquascaper. As you can see, how good does that tank look? And then of course this one over here, hopefully without too much glare. I love the way the plants are growing in. Looking very cool. And I will just quickly show you through here. So I've just met Roxy, and it's her first birthday today, isn't it, sweetheart? Hey? Come here, sweetheart. You're a bit camera shy. She was all happy before. Hello, darling. So, yes, Ziggy, I don't bring Ziggy down because, yeah, he's a nightmare. Yeah. So, all these tanks, aren't they beautiful? Hello, sweetheart. Okay, so Ziggy will be unhappy that he didn't get to meet Roxy, but this is the shrimp room. And again, I won't spend too much time here. I just wanted to give you a bit of a look at what type of selection and range that that Ross has got here, plus just his skills as an aquascaper is pretty top level, expert level, if you ask me. I'm not into necessarily the bonsais underwater, but that tree looks pretty fantastic. That's a boost tree. I have grabbed a couple of sponge filters for my mate. We're going to double size the ones in the tank that's there at the minute, and all of the hardscaping areas down here in the shrimp room. I'll give you a quick squeeze at the tanks, some of my favorite ones on the way through. I particularly like this one, and this one, of course. I mean, you can't really get a better carpeting tank or plant than that one there. And of course, more boosts. If you're looking for boosts, this is probably the best store on the Gold Coast, or certainly is the best store on the Gold Coast to get it. And like the mini Java or micro Java, I really like this tank and the way that he's got the crypts growing behind that log, because they will grow up and out and be quite tall the way through there. This is another fantastic tank. This is a natural betta tank that he's got down here, and he's got a male and a female in there, which was crazy that we were talking about that the other day, and then I saw that Nick has done a very similar thing up in his fish room, which you'll actually see in one of my videos, upcoming videos. More stem plants all the way through. I like the big rainbow tank as well. I'm thinking if I ever move on my rainbows, I'll bring them down here and put them in the display. But they this is the age that you want to grow your rainbows out to, when they look the most dynamic, if you ask me. Oh yeah, and this one, the Madagascar lace plant. This is one of my favorites. I've watched this one grow from a very small size. Okay, I'm going to head upstairs, and I like that. Look at that tree trunk out of there. Yeah, very cool. Okay, I'm going to head upstairs and show you the fish that we've got, because I've actually collected them already. Oh, I should show you the river tank too. How nice are these Boesmannis? I think some of these guys were mine that I gave to Ross many years ago. And yeah, they look amazing when they're this size. And it's a very cool tank, like a low boy river style thing. Look at that. Just spectacular. Aren't you guys beautiful? So cool. I have got the fish packed up already in here, but I'm going to take you upstairs and show you which ones we got for the 6 footer. So I collected another 5 of the Serpe tetras. So we can get out of the shop there. There we go. Now these guys are 5 of them are going to join the other 10 that I've got in my river tank. So that's for me. That's my purchase. But I also got 10 of these Colombian in blue-red tetras, and 10 for me, and also 10 for my mate's tank as well. They get quite large, which is perfect, and in the sun, both in my river tank and in his 6 footer, they'll just, the shimmer will be amazing. So they very much stand out and live up to their name of blue red tetras. And then the other ones is we got 10 black neon tetras for the 6 footer. And I think they'll school really well. We might end up with some rummy nose in there or something similar, but that's what we've collected today. These are the sorties that we brought down. I'm sure they're not overly happy being moved out of their tank into this one, but they are beautiful sorties. Kohakus and mixed ones in there, so adults as well, so they're huge. They're probably 2 inches plus in size. I would like to have gotten some neons to go into the 6 footer, but I'm not sure how they'd go with the Acaras. The Acaras didn't eat the sortie babies, but they probably would pick on those ones. Beautiful angels. And again, if you haven't seen this shop before, this is actually a shop. It's not a hobbyist room, and it's just full of amazingly well planted tanks. Look at that thin leaf Java on the back. Ross uses matin filters, and then just plants all the plants out in the matin filters, and you get that type of effect, which I think just looks amazing. And then he's got a whole heap of guppies here at the moment too, which are in these racks over here. So if you're looking for guppies, definitely come and hit him up, because he has got, I'd say thousands, certainly hundreds and hundreds of them. But again, looking at the tanks, I mean, don't they look fantastic, and they're shop tanks. These guys, I think these, well, maybe not those guys are mine. I think these guys were mine as well. I really love that plant there. I forget the name of it. And some more over there. I'm also a fan of these tanks. They're quite, I think he set them up originally for like endler displays and so forth to sell out of, but there's some lemon tetras. That'd be pretty cool in that 6 footer as well. But yeah, great selection in here. What's that? Hengels, Rasboras. What else have we got? Oh, some bumblebee gobies. They're very cool. I actually would like to keep some of these guys again. I did enjoy keeping the bumblebees. Piney River Rainbows. It's got a good selection at the moment. Look at that. That's at Uchi Creek Rainbows. I think that's how you pronounce it. But there's a whole school of them in there. Like to see them in their finished form. And of course, his plant display tank is pretty spectacular. I'd actually really like to have something like that in my foyer at home. Some really beautiful Amazon swords as well. Possibly could get some Siamese algae eaters to put into the 6 footer at some point. I know they get big and stop sort of eating algae, but then they're quite an attractive fish. And he's got betas all through here as well. So that's a quick look around the shop, and I want to get back to my mate's place, and we'll get these fish all put into their new homes, and of course drop mine into my river system as well. I could actually spend quite a bit of time here looking at all these fish. Okay, down I go. Okay, so made it back from Ross's, and these bags of fish are floating in there and are all doing okay. So we'll let them out after about 15 odd minutes or so. This tank has had a bit of a chance to catch up as far as temperature is concerned. So we'll start to fill this one back up, and we're going to put the rocks back in and whatever plants we're going to put back in, and just make it, as I said, more functional than anything else as a grow out tank. It's we're still picking baby sorties out, and there's one possibly more still in there that are hiding now, but we will certainly get to them. And I'm quite happy with the way that log looks actually right in the middle, which is good. So I think what we'll do is put the rocks around, as I said before, the edges, and not too high, just enough for the plecos to be able to hide behind multiple spots for the plecos. They'll also hide under the wood, of course, and just have that sitting in there as a really nice piece of driftwood with all of that thin leaf or needle leaf java in there. Okay, I shall get into that now. Okay, so we'll get these guys in. I'm going to do what's known, I think, colloquially as the plop and drop method. And the reason we do this is just so we don't get the water from the shop or wherever you buy them from or anyone else. And Ross's water's probably completely fine, but at the same time, you don't want to risk putting something into your tank. So the way that I do it is going to be just... as soon as I get you always have fun getting them off. So I invert that over the net, let it go, and then we'll do a release shot. If you want to come in nice and close, you can see them all come out, in theory.
Oh, wow, they're beautiful, aren't they?
They are. Hopefully the Icaras will leave them alone.
They've already come over for a bit of a look.
Yeah, they will. They might chase them a little bit, but I don't think that they'll hunt them down or anything like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 10 in there. And then same with these guys, which are definitely larger. And just get the rubber band off. One. There we go. I think Ross is probably the best tyer of bags that I know. Oh, actually, I think Peter did this one. So Peter's the best tyer of bags that I know. Same thing, upside down. No, we don't want to do that. Okay. Same again. Now they all come, check there's none in the bag. Once again, another release shot. Those guys all gorgeous. They are really beautiful fish.
Look at their little tails, they're pink. It's like a pink.
Yeah, it's a red. So Colombian blue-red tetras, yep. So they have this blue sheen over them as well. And see how they're schooling all together. They'll keep schooling together, same as the tetras above them.
The Icaras are checking them out.
Yeah, they will.
At least they can't eat them.
No, hopefully not. See these guys schooling together as well.
Oh, they're just gorgeous.
So that's them. The only thing is, if I can get the sponge filters together. They'll look fantastic. So the next job is to upsize the sponge filter. So we've just got another sponge filter, and they come with the inserts, which will clip into the other inserts. Okay, so I just want to take the top off this one. I can see some duckweed in there too. And I'll pop that out. Pop that in the top of this one. There's 2 bits of duckweed in there I can see at the moment. And then I'm going to slide that over the top of that one. Okay, so that's one in. Yeah, it's just floating up because of the air in the sponge, so you just give it a squeeze. It'll eventually stay down. Is it staying?
Yeah, it looks like it's staying.
Yep. So it's got twice as much surface area now.
Yep.
On to the next one. So take the top off that one. Just going to sort of work him into the sand a bit. Again, once it starts to fill up with mulm and stuff, it'll stay sitting down there pretty well. Just trying to get it to sit how I want it to sit. So we've got double the filtration in that little exercise. So it might just take a little while for those sponges to sort of settle. It's a bit of an angle there at the minute. So I just like to get them straight because I think it always looks better when they're nice and, you know, vertical, and especially with the air coming out of it. Something like that. Okay, so this is where this tank has ended up tonight, is rescaped. I think that's a pretty good little scape for a grow out, and it's easy to pull down. Maybe 10 rocks and 1 bit of driftwood and some of the Amazon swords I've just put back in here so they continue to grow and look good. But there's a heap of plecos in here, which is really cool. All various sizes, so that'll clear up overnight, and then we're going to let that run through tonight. We'll put these guys in tomorrow morning. I'll come back. The baby swords, which there's hundreds, are in here now with some Melodia and some foxtail. We will put the air filter on them tomorrow, but they should be fine overnight. These babies into here, and then that grow out is up and operational. Then over here, the tetras are just doing brilliantly. Love the way they're schooling. They look fantastic. And they've been joining the black neons as well, which when I come over here, they'll probably take off, which is what I want them to do. There we go. And the 2 schools have been joining up and then actually just taking off together, which is brilliant. So don't they look good when they school like that? Okay. So I think we'll let this settle down. The double sponge filter's now operating, so it'll take up a lot of the milkiness overnight. We'll do a water change, a 30% water change in the morning, fill it back up so it's good to go for the week then. And then possibly 1 more school of tetras of some sort in there, either rummy nose or ornate or whitefin ornate tetras. So we'll work that out as it goes along. The Cories have been happy. They've been going up and down the glass most of the afternoon as well. But I think they're a really good choice for this tank. These guys will get quite large as well, up to sometimes, you know, 1.5 inches long, maybe even larger. The Acaras aren't harassing them. They've checked them out, but they seem really happy to have some company in there, which of course with fishes, safety in numbers is the aim, to get them to be comfortable. So all right, I will come back in the morning, which you guys will see, I'm guessing, right about now. Okay, so I've made it over. The tank looks great, and the fish, the tetras are all okay. The angels are in here ready to go. I've got 4 wild type and 1 koi, orange, black and white koi. This tank's looking really great in the sunlight. It probably won't have the sun on it by the time I'm ready to film for these guys, because we've got to catch out however many 100 there are in there. Baby sorties are still doing well in here, and they're off to another fish keeper's place, which is awesome. He's going to look after them. So we're going to pull these apart now, or catch them all up now, put them into the big 6-footer, and at the same time, sorry, not those guys into the 6-footer, these into the 6-footer, and these guys into the 3-footer here. and then I will show you what that looks like shortly. Okay, so this is what a jug of baby aquariums looks like. So we'll see if we can get a decent release shot. I'll let him go in this corner if you want to come in and get nice and close. There's a bit of sort of muck in there as well, but we couldn't help that. Okay, you ready? Yep. This should look pretty darn good.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
That's amazing.
Doesn't that look good?
Oh, that's incredible.
I even managed to keep some snails in here, which is good.
Oh, look at it. Oh, wow.
It's a very full tank and they'll be very happy.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah, it won't take them too long to settle in, that's for sure. You may have a few stragglers you've got to get out of the tub, but
they're already exploring.
They're ripping around.
Look, they're schooling through there.
How good.
Now I'll be interested to see how they react with the...
I think it's a swordtail.
Oh,
see it there?
yeah, I see it.
Okay, I'm just going to tip some water out here. Actually, I might even, it's a big enough tank, I can probably just tip them in without scaring them. We'll see if this is won't be as good a release shot as a couple hundred aquariums, but you know.
Here they go. Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all in there.
Beautiful.
Nice. And it won't take them long to settle down. The other 3 are over there. They'll find each other again pretty darn quickly. They'll be loving that tank once they get used to it too, because it's like, I don't know, 4 times the size of theirs. Okay, well, that's another video done. What do you think of that? What do you think of the tank? Please let me know in the comments. And what do you think of the fish that we've chosen to go in there? I'm really stoked with them, and my mate's really stoked with them. So thank you so much for checking out the channel. If you haven't already subscribed and liked and done all that sort of stuff with the comments, please do so. I would really appreciate it. It helps me out a whole heap, and yeah, as I say, it means the world to me. So thank you very much. Next week's video hopefully will be it should be the release of the fish into my tank. the river tank that I've done, and I can't wait to show you how they look, because they really do look spectacular, and I want to get those cories in there as quickly as possible. So again, thank you so much. See you again soon. Bye for now. G'day everyone. Welcome back to, well, it's not the fish room, is it? I've got a heap of them in this set where we have a set. I'm really stoked about it. I'm really stoked with them. My mate's really stoked with them. Riley's fucking, you knucklehead. All right, that's my bloopers. I'm really stoked with them. My mates. I know it is. Okay, we'll start again. he's just okay. I would really truly appreciate that, as would Riley, who's running around crazy here at the minute. And yeah, anything. I don't know where I got to.